Okay, so I want to talk about One Battle After Another. One Battle After Another is a grand, epic cinematic experience for the ages. This film was literally designed and made for the big screen. Directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, the story follows a washed up revolutionary, Bob Ferguson, who runs into a bit of trouble when his daughter Willa gets captured by an old skeleton from his past. This movie just feels big. I had the experience of watching it in a very big auditorium on my first viewing, and let me say, there were not a lot of people in the screening with me, which was a bit disappointing, but mind you, this was on the opening night in my cinema. At least, I was a bit underwhelmed by the lack of audience around me, but the movie really sucked me in a way I really did not expect. From the opening score in the first few seconds, this just has a wide but warm piano playing and just cuts to this grand, big sound that feels so instantly like a classic. I instantly got chills, and when I heard that opening score, I might have been a bit dramatic, but I started to tear up a little bit because, in my opinion, this is what cinema lacked for me just in a while. It was like I was staring at myself in third person, watching a movie I will look back on fondly in a few years, knowing that I just experienced probably one of the greatest films of this decade. The casting is like superstar studded, from the actors like Leonardo DiCaprio, Sean Penn, Tiana Taylor, Benicio del Toro, Regina Hall, Tony Goldwyn. Freaking Woody Harris is in this movie. Yes, they got Avon Barksdale, bro. And not to mention, one of my absolutely favorite artists of this decade, Dijon. See what I did there with the punch of the absolutely being his first. All right. Well, he just had a phenomenal year in general, producing, for artists like Justin Bieber, releasing his own album, and getting a nomination for a Grammy for the first time ever, and playing alongside A-list stars in this movie. Dijon absolutely cinema, baby. And see what I did there again with the two album. Anyways, but let me stop. I'm being corny, but I'm just gonna say it. This movie is star packed to say the least. But in my personal opinion, I feel like people are just not making a big enough deal about this. I mean, come on, this is Leonardo DiCaprio at arguably his best. Benicio del Toro, who plays a little bit of the quiet role, I would say, in this film, but still manages to steal every scene that he is in. And to top it all off, Sean freaking Penn just absolutely blows out every scene out of the water in this movie. If there was one role I would say that the actor was literally made to play, I would probably say it was this one, just off the top of my head. Sean Penn is an absolute powerhouse, an absolute monster in this role. And that's just like amazing, bro. Like every scene, he just absolutely commands the screen like no other. He's funny, he's scary, he's fiery, and he's just incredible. The movie itself is quite long, but I honestly feel like with a cast and a script like this, the runtime just needed that extra length to breathe in and just cement that the world that this is fully in. And now that I've glazed the cast a little bit, I've got to glaze the cinematography. This film is shot in VistaVision, and man, every scene just feels so smoky, large, alive. It just feels so wide, so big, so grandiose. And man, this was shot so well. Every scene is just almost like poetry in motion. It's so well framed, perfectly timed, and really shot for a big screen to play on. It really feels like absolute cinema, in my opinion. The score is beautiful. It sort of dresses and dances around the film throughout the whole thing. That you do notice that the score quickly is there, but when it's not, it really adds sort of weight to the film and sort of weight to the serious scenes with the Christmas Club or more serious confrontationals in the film. You do truly get the feel that this was directed by a real cinema master. And Paul Thomas Anderson is just amazing, and I'm truly thankful for a film like this in 2025. It's absolutely gorgeous. I really love the film, and I really hope You know, a lot of people will sort of catch on to this, because this is one of the most amazing like cinematic experiences that I've really had in this film. But overall, bro, the director just doesn't overplay it. The shots are purposeful. The wide frames are to show the scale. The tight frames are to show the cost of everything. There's a scene where the character makes a life-changing decision, and the camera just stays on their face. No music, no cue cards, but you do feel the moment, and the film allows you to sort of feel that. And really, what sticks with me in this film is just like the cost of everything. Everything does really feel more fast paced. It does really feel more like there's a lot of like at stake. But in my opinion, if I had to say that there was like a bad thing about this, it's not flawless. I would say some people will have some commentary about it. It's not flawless. Some might find the pacing slow between set pieces, and certain characters get less development as they go on. But those are trade-offs that the film makes in service of the mood and theme rather than the weak storytelling. The choice to leave the questions open is probably intentional, even if it's not for anybody. If you want a film that really feels cinematic and honest, I say give this one a shot. Watch it when you can sort of like just be there, be present. Don't really be on your phone. Turn the lights down and just let the sound and let the cinema absolutely wash over you. It's the kind of movie that will reward you for that kind of viewing. But just to close off this, this was a really great film. I'm really glad that I got to watch this. A lot of cinema can really distract or provoke you or console you, but I think One Battle After Another really does all three. It's entertaining on the surface, but it also asks you to think about the long game of living and surviving and all the things that come with it. That's why it's one of the most interesting and one of the best films of the year. It doesn't just show you all the battles, it makes you feel what comes after those battles and the aftermath of everything, and just the generational effects that everything has on the characters and on the story itself. But I would definitely recommend you watching this wherever you are. This is one of the greatest films I've seen in this decade. And just like no glaze, like if you're planning to watch a movie tonight, One Battle After Another should probably be at the top of your list. It's one of those films that remind you why cinema really matters. Not just to entertain, but to sort of move you and sort of challenge the audience to stay with you long after the credits roll. Thank you for watching this. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe. Otherwise, I wish you a very good day. Bye bye now.